Welcome children, continuity of the lesson Mother's Day by J.B. Priestley. Children, in my last class I told you George thought that there could not be anything to cry about. He had seen his daughter crying. He wanted to know the reason why she was crying. Doris, through sobs, you will see, Doris was still crying when she answered that he himself would find out why she was crying. Doris runs out left with a sob or two on the way. While running out left, Doris was still crying on the way. George stares after her a moment. George looked in the direction Doris had followed, and then he looked at Mrs. Pearson, who he thought was his wife. But he did not know that because of the spell used by Mrs. Fitzgerald, he was not going to deal with his wife. He was going to deal with Mrs. Fitzgerald. This he did not know. George, did she say you will see? George asked his wife if Doris had said you will see. Mrs. Pearson, yes. Mrs. Pearson agreed with him. Doris had said you will see. George, what did she mean? George wanted his wife to explain the implication of her words. Mrs. Pearson better ask her. This was a rude reply given by Mrs. Pearson. She did not want to answer his question. She wanted him to ask his daughter about the reason. George looked slowly again at the door, then at Mrs. Pearson. Then George looked slowly again at the door through which Doris had gone out. Then he looked at his wife, who was actually not his wife. Then he notices the stove that Mrs. Pearson raises for another sip. Then he saw Mrs. Pearson raising the glass of her stout towards her lips for another sip. His eyes almost bulged. His eyes, it appeared, would come out because he seemed to be shocked. He had never seen his wife drinking a stout. George, a stout? George wanted to know whether she was drinking a stout. Mrs. Pearson, yes. Mrs. Pearson answered in the affirmative. George, amazed. George was amazed, surprised. What are you drinking a stout for? He wanted to know why she was drinking a stout. Mrs. Pearson, because I fancied some. Again, a rude reply given by Mrs. Pearson. She told him that she wanted to have some stout, that is why she was drinking stout. Her behavior was rude, her answer was rude. George, at this time of day? George asked her why she was drinking stout at that time of day. Mrs. Pearson, yes, what's wrong with it at this time of day? Mrs. Pearson said that she was drinking a stout at that time of day and there was nothing wrong about that time of day. She wanted to know from George what was wrong with drinking a stout at that time of day. George, bewildered. George, confused. Nothing. George answered that there was nothing wrong. I suppose. He thought there was nothing wrong. Annie. Annie is the name which George used to call his wife. But I have never seen you do it before. He admitted that he had never seen her drink a stout before. Mrs. Pearson, well, you are seeing me now. Mrs. Pearson told him that if he had never seen her do it before, he was seeing her then. George, with heavy distaste, with much dislike. Yes, he agreed that he was seeing her doing what? Seeing her drinking a stout. And I don't like it. He clearly told her that he did not like her drinking stout at that time of day. It doesn't look right. He thought that his wife's action of or his wife's taking of stout, drinking a stout at that time of day did not look right. I am surprised at you. So, and that is why he was surprised. Mrs. Pearson, well, that ought to be a nice change for you. Mrs. Pearson thought that any kind of surprise was going to be a nice change for George. She thought that his surprise should be a nice change for him. George, what do you mean? George wanted to know her meaning. George wanted to know the meaning of the words she had used. Mrs. Pearson, it must be some time since you were surprised at me. According to Mrs. Pearson, much time had passed when he was last surprised at her. George, I don't like surprises. George clearly told her that he was never in favor of surprises. I am all for a steady going on, a steady staying the same, not changing, therefore safe. He told her that he was always in favor of smooth going on, steady going on. You have to know that by this time. He expected his wife to know that fact by that time. By the way, I forgot to tell you this morning, I wouldn't want any tea. Now he changed the topic. He told her that he had forgotten to tell her that morning that he would not want any tea. A special snooker match night at the club tonight. That night he was going to take part in a special snooker match and a bit of supper going on. A bit of supper going. Perhaps at the club he was going to be provided his supper also. So no tea. That is why he did not want any tea. Mrs. Pearson, that's all right. Mrs. Pearson thought that was all right. So there isn't any. She clearly told him that she had not prepared any tea. There was no tea. George, astonished. Astonished means surprised. You mean you didn't get any ready? George wanted to know whether her meaning was that she had not got any tea ready. Mrs. Pearson, yes, Mrs. Pearson agreed with him. She had not prepared any tea. She had not kept his cup of tea ready for him. And a good thing too, as it has turned out, happened. And according to Mrs. Pearson, she had not prepared any tea. That was good. Why? Because of the way situation had developed. As it has turned out, as it had happened, George aggrieved. George seemed to be upset. That's all very well, but suppose I had wanted some. George seemed to be upset. That's all very well, but suppose I had wanted some. He agreed with his wife, but he asked, suppose he had wanted some tea. What was his wife going to do then? Mrs. Pearson, my goodness. My goodness is an expression that is used informally to show surprises or surprise. Listen to the man. Annoyed because I don't get a tea for him that he doesn't even want. See? Listen to the man. She was making fun of him. Annoyed. She thought he was annoyed because she did not get a tea for him. That tea which he didn't even want. Ever tried at the club? She wanted to know from him if he had ever tried that technique at the club. George, tried what at the club? George wanted to know what he should have tried at the club. Mrs. Pearson, going up to the bar and telling them you don't want a glass of beer, but you are annoyed because they haven't already poured it out. Mrs. Pearson told him, going up to the bar and telling them you don't want a glass of beer, but you are annoyed because they haven't already poured it out. She wanted to know whether he had gone up to the bar and told them that he did not want a glass of beer, but he was annoyed because they had not already poured what? Poured his drink out. To pour out means put some drink into a glass or cup. Try that on them and see what you get. She wanted him to see the effect after trying that technique. She wanted him to see the result. George, I don't know what you are talking about. George clearly said that he did not know what his wife was talking about. Mrs. Pearson, they would laugh at you even more than they do now. Mrs. Pearson was rude towards him. She said that the people of the club would laugh at him even more than they were doing then. Thank you, children.